in terms of the run, first 45 minutes was actually awful. I wasn't enjoying it. Good morning. Let's get to work. I'm about to drive to the beach just because I want a little bit of a change of scenery. Now, it is 20 to 25 minutes away, so it is a little bit of a drive, which I thought, perfect time to do start the YouTube video, but also I can consume my carbs on the way there. It's an hour and 30. I think they're just going to start getting a little bit longer and longer. Next week's an hour and 40, so maybe it's like the week after that, hour and 50. Who knows? I'm feeling really good for this run, mentally. Only struggle I'm going to have is the top of my foot. I have got a blister there now. I think it's just like, I don't know what caused it, but I haven't been able to put any Vaseline on, which normally helps. So I think I'm probably going to end this run. Sorry about that. Oh, as I was saying, I'm probably going to end this run with the world's biggest chafe, or like cut blood in that area. That's what I'm predicting, because I can feel it when I walk. So we'll just get into it, see how it goes. Obviously fight through that pain. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to go to the beach, because I am so much more motivated there. Now, I do know 2 Saturdays ago we ran 10 miles. It was great. This is 10 miles again. So volume is very much increasing week after week. Now, all I'm going to say is, if you're someone that procrastinates, which I won't lie, sometimes I'm really bad at it, especially like recently trying to get out of bed, I just end up going through social media, like all the socials, and having like some swipes. So like, example, get up, I'll check Slack. I need to turn it off from my current settings, but I'll explain what I've done. So I'll get up, I'll check Slack, then I'll check WhatsApp Business, then I go onto Instagram, check Instagram. And then I've done all the business, the work stuff. Then I'll check Snapchat. That's I will say it, at the ripe age of 26, me and my friends still use Snapchat to talk in a group chat. I don't know why, but that is just, we've never transitioned away from to a WhatsApp chat or like an iMessage chat. I think we've tried multiple times and it's just never worked. And I think one of the main reasons is everyone loves sending photos, and you can send Snapchat photos quite a lot and not have to fear about like it being leaked. Sounding like we're sending nudes, but as in like, just it's a one-time thing unless it gets saved in a chat, which the funny ones do. So yeah, I'll check Snapchat, check the group chat, and then I kind of just have a little scroll through TikTok. That's kind of how my morning routine goes when I wake up, and that the biggest issue is it's just more down to addiction. So I've bought this product, and it's a square. It's called a brick. So basically, what you do is you tap your phone on it, and it basically bricks your phone up. And what that means is it basically just bans all the apps that you've chosen, and you can't go on it until you tap that brick again. So I did that last night, and the brick stays downstairs. So then I have to get up to go tap my phone to basically unbrick it, which worked wonders this morning. Love it. That's kind of going to be the new routine. I've set up a bedtime one, and I've set up a work one as well. Like when I've got deep work to do in the day, I tap on that brick. Now, I did have an app called Opal, which was really good as well, but I would find myself just logging out of it. So, right, I will have to hold you a little bit. So yeah, I'd find myself logging out of the app, which just defeated the purpose of having an app to block apps, because you could easily just wait 15 seconds and then put like turn off session. Whereas this, I have to physically go and press on the brick, like tap to log off. So that's going to be the new tester, the new trialer. I will say though, this past week I've been very much like very focused, very like busy in terms of like getting stuff done. So I think that's just a small little bit of a mindset thing that you have to try and break. I'm starting to see more and more of the cycling track, and it's making me so excited to go on it. So I messaged my coach and said, like, I've got this, biggest distance is like 107 kilometers without going back on yourself. Now, I am gonna end this here, because I ain't gonna lie, I've got nothing else to go over. Life's just life at the moment, ticking across. I'll probably have much more to update after the run, but it's just time to get there now, and I will speak to you after the run. Okay, that is... Oh, I don't want to be down like this. That's the run done. 10 miles. Did it in an hour and a half. Just over. A little disappointed with how the run went. I have top of my feet, both sides. It's chafed so much and I've just bled, which doesn't look great. So I need to make sure I'm Vaselining them up. A little bit annoying because it's only just started in the Evos and I've done quite a few runs in them, so I'm not too sure what it is and what's caused that. We're driving, I'm driving to the airport now, as I have a friend that's basically come over to Dubai for work, but he's like spending an extra couple of days in Dubai after like his work trip. I said, I'll come pick you up, because his room isn't ready till like later today, so he would have to just loiter around by himself. Going to drive and pick him up doesn't take too much extra time out of my day, really. Like the drive home is 30 minutes. So from the beach it's 30 minutes, and from the beach to here it's also 30 minutes. So I would have still been driving 30 minutes, but then the airport home is 20 minutes. So really it's added 20 minutes extra to my trip, my duration, which ain't too bad. Like I'm driving there, I'm gonna be there early. Punctuality is key. I'm joking, I just couldn't. It was like 8 o'clock and I was like, I ain't driving back to then leave literally straight away. So I rang Freya, said I won't be coming back. I am lucky that I've packed breakfast with me, which is great. And I'm always gonna say, if you're driving somewhere and you run, bring food for after, like multitask. I'm just saving time not having to cook breakfast. I made it last night, and we've got 4 eggs, 2 bagels. Now I discovered yesterday, if you cook an egg and you leave it runny and it dries, it stays somewhat runny, which is great. So it's like, the thing I hate about eating cold eggs is when they're dry, or like the yolk is dry. So this is like kept so moist, which tastes so good. And you cover that with a load of salt, and that you have such a good concoction. So I've got that, and I've got a banana. That's basically my breakfast anyway. I've just got it cold. Got 1,000 grams of sodium to get through as well. I wiped my face after the run, and it was literally just covered in white. Like when I wiped my face, my hand had white all over it, and that was basically the salt. So I know I've sweat loads. My foot, my left calf, well, not my left calf, my left shin in that area, throbbing a little bit. So, you know, I know that the run was okay, and I've just spoken for 4 minutes and I haven't even spoken about the run. So, in terms of the run, first 45 minutes was actually awful. I wasn't enjoying it. I had to go to the toilet twice. First one was for a wee, second one was for number 2, and that was within the first 25 minutes of the run. Then my foot was like really hurting, the where it's rubbing, and I stopped at like 45 minutes to basically have a little look at it, see if it was okay. And I was just like, right, normally, like me 3 months down the line, I would have probably said like, I ain't running anymore, let's just go back. But we went and finished the race. We went and finished the run, which is great. So super happy with that, because it just shows like mentally I've matured, changed a little bit. How the run had to go was 20-minute warm up, and then it was 10 minutes at half marathon pace. So 10-minute half marathon pace, and then it was a 5-minute at an easy pace, repeat that 4 times, and then a cool down. Now, I think I've done 2 sets of the 10 minutes. Let's work it out. 20-minute warm up into 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So yeah, I was just about to go into the second 5-minute like rest period, and I was just like, I cannot do this. Struggling so much. Don't know why, but the struggle was real. Had a little stop, contemplated quitting, and then thought to myself, like, let's just go off plan and just sit at a pace that you feel comfortable at. So I did 5:30, just ran at that pace constantly. Then we went to 5:20, then we went to 5:10, then we went 5 minutes, and I was feeling good. Like majority, like let's say it was 45 minutes, say 20-ish minutes I was running at a 5-minute kilometre pace, which just shows I'm getting a lot fitter and stuff. Huge credit to a guy, doesn't even know he was pacing me, but he paced me that whole 45 minutes. I just was like, right, let's pick a pace. So I was at a pace, and then I realised there was a guy that was just constantly running at that pace anyway. So I sat a few steps behind, then he gradually got quicker, the gap became bigger, and I was like, right, let's bring this gap back in. So worked really well, and I forgot to capture any sort of content. So yeah, that's why it's from there to there. The one thing that I'll give you is this view in a minute when I come round. So there you go, there is a nice little view that you can see. Next week, back into, I say 2 videos, ever since I've said I wanted to do 2 videos a week, I just haven't done them. But I record so much content and just things get in the way. So I think, I've been speaking to Freya about this because she wants to basically pick up her content a lot more, and I'm producing a lot more content, especially like long form like this. Is we're going to try and get an in-house editor, where we're just going to pay him per video to edit. Mine, to be honest, are they're super easy to edit because it's literally just me yapping. There's just like things like that you have to kind of take out, because I do sometimes quite a lot, but much better, more and more content I've done without actually having to do that. It's just the time it takes to edit, and I'm doing, sorry, he was about to pull over. I'm doing basically 40 to 50 minutes worth of long form content a week, because it's me talking before run, me talking after run, little bits on the run as well, which takes up time, which sometimes that time I don't have, which is why I struggle sometimes to commit to the 2 videos that I want to do. But I will be doing 2 videos. I just need to pull my finger out and get it done. So yeah, next week 4 runs, back to 2 videos. We're getting closer and closer to the half marathon. Gutted about not being able to do the 10k race, but it is what it is. I'm going to spend probably a bit of today, just because I gather I'll be going to the pool with my friend for a little bit while he's here. I'm going to probably try and map out some races for next year, get a good plan, so then I can be like, right, this, and kind of like do it in stages. Good morning, happy Monday. Let's get into another week of training. So it's currently 5:10. I've been up probably around 30 minutes. I've got a 40-minute run, so, and then I'm going straight to the gym. Gym doesn't open till 6, so I've had to kind of like delay a little bit, but I've also just had to wake up. I've felt like I've not slept that much. So I'm just letting myself energized. No special day today. My baby's turned dead on 3 months. Which is quite strange. I feel like your life does change even though you don't expect it to change that much, which has been such a different experience to what I thought it would be, but not like in a negative way, like in a much better way. I think you can't imagine what it feels like to be a parent, and like something is so reliant on you. I say reliant on me, not really. I don't breastfeed, so it's only the occasional bottle that I do. But as in, like, I could just, if you don't do anything for him, he's literally not gonna make it. We were talking about this with my friend actually. It was like humans come out and they're so useless compared to like other animals, like lions. They're moving about, giraffes, they can run, whales, as soon as they pop out they're in the sea, they have to swim. Whereas like a human can't walk, can't fend for themselves, it literally just eyes are shut most of the time, which is pretty mental. But anyway, slightly off topic. So we have a 40-minute easy run today, which is quite nice, and then we're going to go to the gym and we're going to do upper body. So it's going to be like a pretty quick turnaround. We run, we come back, and then we'll get loads and close quickly, and then we'll be gone. So I will capture bits on this run. It's very dark outside, but I'll probably like do a little bit of talking during the run. I'm excited for this week of training, especially with Thursday's tempo run, intervals I should say. It's one we've done before and I've got the pacing for what I've done before, so I'll let you know on that one. But yeah, I'll get into this run. Let's keep pushing, things are going well. Yeah, I'm excited for this week. We're about halfway into this run. As you can see, it's very, very, very dark. I feel like I say, as you can see, quite a lot. I
think Freya said she picks up on phrases that I say a lot. I think one is like, I'm just gonna say it. And then we watched her coaches check-in yesterday, and he said go in full circle 3 times in the first like 2 minutes. So there's his line. Now I'm trying to use this run to basically work on my cadence. So that's just like steps per minute. Doing a bit of research, just watching, and it recommends cadence wise. I think I turn back now. Sorry, just I've got 17 minutes left, and if I run this way and that way, like run for till 20 minutes and then run back 20 minutes, it's great. The only reason I've gone 3 minutes over is so I can have that 3-minute cool down of like just walking, because then I'm going straight to the gym. So yeah, cadence, my average is 160, and I've been looking, optimal is like 170 to 180, so I'm just trying to work on that a little bit to increase it, even if it goes up to 65 as an average over time. So as much as easy runs are just used for time on the feet, it's so dark down here, hopefully one of these lights come on. As an easy run, hold on, I might be restarting. Okay, let me just get into a lighter bit. I think this is a little bit better brightness wise. I've literally got 40 seconds left of this run. So as I was saying, working on cadence just because it's better for less basically weight or time on your joints and stuff like that. So if you're running a slower cadence, naturally you're holding more weight on your, like the leg that's on the floor during that time. So speeding it up basically just means speeding your legs up and less time on the floor per step. Right, we're done. Per step. Yes, I did stop that 4 seconds early. Let me just pause that, and we'll just stop the run. Okay, so yeah, less pressure, less stress on the body should hopefully help with reducing potential injuries. Apparently it can help with speed, or help you speed up a little bit. Ain't gonna lie, it feels so weird to try and run with like a faster cadence currently. Let me just save this, and once it's uploaded onto Strava, just because I can read Strava better than Training Peaks, I'll tell you what it thinks my cadence was. So let's have a look. The one thing about getting a new watch is it always thinks you're setting new personal best. I've just got my fastest 1k there at 6 minutes, which defo ain't it. So yeah, that's the run done. It's 20 past 6 now. Not gonna lie, in my head I wanted to finish around 6, but you know, a little bit of procrastination didn't hurt anyone in the morning. It did. It's hurt my routine, so I need to be quick and efficient when I'm back. So plan is get back, change shoes. I'm gonna probably go change t-shirt because I can feel sweat dripping down my back, but not shorts. My shorts feel relatively dry, so we'll get them changed. Then I'm gonna have a gel. I need to order some more gels as well. Literally, I don't care about wasting money on them. they are so efficient when you need something quick. So we're gonna have one gel, so that's like 25 grams a cup, or 22 to be precise. Gonna just make my electrolyte mix, which is electrolytes, creatine and HMB, and I'll go straight to the gym. Gonna take a little bit of pre-workout as well. I've got C4 watermelon one, which, you know, paying £14 for a tub, it ain't bad. I've sometimes found like the cheap ones that you get do really taste a bit naff. And I won't lie to you, I always work out taking pre-workout. I think it's just like the beta-alanine in it, which gives you the itches, is just one of the greatest feelings. So I am just addicted to pre-workout. I would say I'm addicted to caffeine, because I think I'm having like 2 or 3 coffees a day on training days, and then having pre-workout. Sometimes we're having energy drinks. God. But that's also just one of the negatives of like getting up at the 4:30 time, is you flag around 2/3, which sometimes, this is what I do, is like I'll have a coffee, and then I'll drink that coffee, then I'll go for the nap, and then like 20 minutes later I have an alarm go off, normally 25. I like to give myself a 20-minute nap, but you've got that like 5-minute dozing off period, although Freya will say that I'm head to pillow and I'm gone. So do that, then caffeine basically smacks you straight away, and you've got like the greatest power nap ever, because you're woken up after a nap, gives you enough time to reset, caffeine hits you, boom, in such a good position. So we are literally probably 4 minutes from home. I think I ran a little bit too far past where I wanted to go, but should be enough time for Training Peaks Strava to have the run information on it. He says, yes, it's up there. Okay, so 6.15k, running at 6:30. I'm literally treating easy runs like easy runs. Like, I've got a friend, I think he ran a 1:30 or maybe just under half marathon like last month, and he literally will just be bashing out 6 to 6 minute 30 easy runs. So if like their easy run probably could be like, let's say 5-minute kilometre, just for sake of it, for someone that's like running that and then still doing 6 minutes, because he says like he literally wants to run as slow as possible while keeping a little bit of pace, to like not risk anything, and he's just looking at like mileage on the legs, which is great to have. So here we go, cadence. I'm still at 159. We did hit a max, average was 159. We did hit a max of 68. Now there were 3 stops in that run just for crossing roads and stuff like that where the traffic lights are, so understandable why we have them lower ones, and that will bring the average down probably by like 1 or 2. So yeah, cadence wise, when I was actually really focusing on it, it was around 164 to 165, which I said is great. And then towards the back end, when I stopped focusing on it and thought, Jesus Christ, this is feels so weird, it went back down to around 160. So we'll get there. 2 easy runs a week just to practice that. I'll also continue to watch videos on it and do like some practice at home. I'll probably message my coach about it as well, but he did say to me, don't worry too much about cadence. So he said don't worry too much about cadence, but I do think long term, especially if I want to like do the marathon, do an ultra, something like that, it's probably wise to focus on cadence now rather than trying to adjust it later. So let's get back home and then quickly get ready, and then we'll get to the gym. And we've got an upper body day, which at the moment, just because of the volume on my legs running, I know it's only 4 times a week, but we're cranking up. I think we're running between like 30 to 35k on my legs at the moment, plus cycle, which is around, let's say 25 to 30, normally an hour, so I can probably get around that done in an hour's cycle. It's pushing like 50 to 60 kilometers. My legs ain't that used to that yet, but we'll work on that. We'll continue to build. I know when I was in the UK they were doing like 80, but I think a lot of that was from cycling and using like a watt bike. Now a watt bike compared to the actual my bike on a kicker is crazy different. You cycle a lot less than what you actually think you were doing. Like I was doing in an hour, like in a 90-minute session, I think I was doing like 42k. Now I don't think I'll hit that on my bike, but we'll see. I've not done a 90-minute yet. They've all been an hour. Tell a lie, I did do one like after I was meant to race the 10k. I was pissed. I was annoyed, so I just went and did like an hour and a half to 2 hour cycle, I believe, and that was, I actually can't remember what that was. I'm just trying to look where the cut through is. I think it's over there. So yeah, let's get back and I'll catch you on the next run, which will be on Wednesday.